Imagine a creature so unusual, so astonishing, that it breaks one of the most fundamental rules of life itself. A creature that doesn't fear old age. A creature that, when pushed to the brink of death, simply rewinds its biological clock and starts life all over again. No magic, no science fiction, just nature doing something that seems impossible. This tiny being is called the immortal jellyfish, and it may be the closest thing on Earth to a creature that truly cheats death. But here's the part that makes scientists lean forward in their chairs. Its incredible ability isn't just a rare trick. It happens again and again and again. So today, we're going to explore how this small, transparent jelly manages to do what no other complex animal can do. We'll look at what makes it special, how its life cycle works, and why biologists are so fascinated by it. And by the end, you might find yourself questioning what aging really means, and whether nature has already solved the puzzle humans have been chasing for centuries. The immortal jellyfish's scientific name is Turritopsis dohrnii. It's a species so small that most people could hold several of them on the surface of a fingernail. They don't sting like dangerous jellyfish, and they don't glow or shimmer like the larger species you might see in an aquarium. In fact, most people wouldn't notice them at all, but what they lack in size and beauty, they make up for with something far more interesting: the ability to reverse their life cycle. To understand why that's such a stunning capability, we have to take a step back and consider how life usually works. Every complex animal, including humans, follows a one-way path. You're born, you grow, you age, and eventually the biological machinery runs out of time. The immortal jellyfish doesn't follow that rule. When faced with severe stress, starvation, injury, or old age, it doesn't die. Instead, it transforms back into its earliest form, a polyp, almost like a butterfly turning back into a caterpillar. It resets itself, avoiding death altogether. What makes this even more incredible is that this transformation can happen repeatedly. Not once, not twice, but potentially forever. This jellyfish doesn't just survive. It loops through life like a biological time traveler. Today, we'll peel back each layer of this natural marvel. We'll explore what makes this animal unique, how it performs its life rewind trick, and what it means for science, medicine, and the future of aging research. Most jellyfish share a similar life cycle. They start as tiny larvae that drift around until they settle onto a surface. Once they attach, they grow into a polyp, a little stalk that looks like a miniature sea anemone. The polyp eventually buds off small jellyfish called medusae, and the medusae grow into adult jellyfish. Turritopsis dohrnii begins its life cycle exactly the same. But where things get strange is what happens after it reaches adulthood. In other animals, adulthood is the peak. You're as grown as you'll ever be, and from there, age takes over. Cells wear down, DNA gets damaged, and the body's ability to repair itself weakens. But the immortal jellyfish doesn't follow this decline. Instead, it can transform its adult cells back into young, undifferentiated cells, basically biological blank slates. This process is called transdifferentiation, and in humans, it's extremely rare. To oversimplify, it's like turning a muscle cell into a skin cell or a nerve cell into a liver cell. The immortal jellyfish does this naturally, and it does it on a massive scale. When conditions become dangerous, maybe temperatures rise too high, or food becomes scarce, or the jelly is injured, it doesn't struggle against the stress. Instead, it collapses its body, sinks to the ocean floor, and reverts back into a youthful polyp. Then, the cycle begins again. This ability alone sets it apart from nearly every other known animal. The immortal jellyfish might not look like much. It's small, simple, and nearly invisible. It doesn't roar like a lion or soar like an eagle. It doesn't glow or flash or dominate its environment. But in the quiet depths of the ocean, it performs a biological feat unmatched by any other known creature. It ages, and then it unages. It dies, and then it undies. It resets the clock, rewinds the tape, and begins its journey anew. Through its simple yet astonishing life cycle, it challenges everything we thought we knew about aging and mortality. And maybe that's the real magic of the immortal jellyfish. Not that it lives forever, but that it reminds us how little we truly understand about life itself. So the next time you wonder whether nature still holds secrets, remember this tiny jellyfish drifting quietly in the ocean, rewriting its own story again and again. And ask yourself, if a creature this small can turn back time, what other mysteries might still be waiting for us beneath the waves?